Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and today we're going to have a little bit more astrology Q&A. All right, here we go. 2 questions today. Who falls the deepest and hardest in love? And what are the top 3 planet combinations for love? Some relationship stuff. And there's another question which is a little weird, but anyways, here we go. Okay, hey Sunny, who falls the deepest, hardest in love? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. So, a lot of these... Okay, let's just get into it. Okay, so first, is it Aries? Do they fall deeply in love? Yeah, they can jump in and out of love quite a bit. How about Libra? Right, Libra's always in a relationship, and they're always like, you know, they're one of the romance signs. How about Leo? Does Leo fall deeply in love? Or Sagittarius? Sagittarius, incredibly playful, incredibly fun, and they're fun. They're great. And so, wow, maybe these are all these things I'm saying. As I'm telling you guys, answering this question, and it's these things I'm saying, wow, Sagittarius is great. They're a lot of fun. These are all things that are popping in my head for the next question about the combinations for love and how the planets mean different things. But okay, just stick around to the end. Let's get to it. Straight up, obviously, the planets that fall deepest in love are the water signs. Straight up. It's an emotion, right? And they feel the most emotional. Now, you could have your Venus in, or your moon especially. If your moon is in a water sign, you are a very romantic person, and you will fall very deeply in love. If your sun is in a water sign, or if your moon is in a water sign, if your Neptune is in a water sign, you'll fall in love with everybody, but that's a generational thing, so we're not going to do that. And it's fascinating, but which one? All right, first up, number 3. I guess I gave it away. So the third one is Cancer. All right, like Cancer falls really deeply in love. And again, it's the moon. Cancer is a water sign so deep it's not even funny. And they're very clingy, and they don't let go, right? They're clingy. But the problem with Cancer is, now here's the deal. Cancer moves from the land to the water, the beach to the water, the beach to the water. Like, that's the thing. And of all the zodiac signs, Cancer compartmentalizes. Okay? Of all the zodiac signs, you think Libra's bad about leading a double life? They're not really. Libra's pretty honest about everything. She will tell you she has a boyfriend and doesn't care. Cancer's different. Cancer is... Every single Cancer I've ever met in my entire life, it's like they lead some kind of pseudo-schizophrenic double life. Every single one I've met. They might, and so when they're there with you, they're not always there with, you know, they're always, so that's the thing. So be careful with the Cancer. So do they really fall deeply in that? Like I look at them kind of like some of the other signs, like, yeah, they really do fall deeply in love, but like, they're not really there, man. They kind of in a different vibe altogether, like, whatever. All right, next, what's number 2? Let's get back to some astrology stuff. So, like, Scorpio is number 2. Right? We know that, I guess I told you what number 1 was by saying Scorpio is number 2. But Scorpio is one of the signs of desire. Scorpio desires. Scorpio is on the side of the zodiac of bonding with other people. And they like to take care of stuff. Like, they like to take care of you. Just like Taurus represents your stuff, everything that takes care of you. Scorpio represents the person who wants to do that. Okay, they have a very strong desire to go take care of other people. Anyways, they're a water sign. They're extremely emotional. They're extremely clingy, and even the most loose in the zipper Scorpio. Here's the crazy thing. Even the most loose in the zipper Scorpio, and there are a lot of them out there. There's some nasty Scorpios. If someone has their Mars in Scorpio, you shouldn't necessarily be fast to trust that guy. Or so just saying, right? If their moon is in Scorpio, they could be withdrawn, right? They could be aloof if their moon is in Scorpio, or a little shy maybe. If their moon is in Aquarius, though, or Sagittarius, they're going to be outgoing and fun Scorpios. And they, you know, if their moon is in Gemini or the moon's in Aquarius, they're not going to be very committal when it comes to, so, but even if a Scorpio is non-committal, once a Scorpio gets their eyes set on something, they get the eagle eyes set on something, that's what they want. So, like, better or worse, Scorpios fall in love, and they fall deeply, and they fall hard. All right, what about number 1, Pisces? Oh my God, man, Pisces? Yeah, of course, for different kind of reasons. Like we're talking about, I rated these 3 on falling deepest and hardest, on sort of most difficult to let go, even if the other person is massively abusing you. So like Scorpios can take a massive amount of abuse in relationships and still hold on, and like it's like they expect it. And Pisces can take a ridiculous amount, like if Pisces expects it, Scorpio's like, what's with the disrespect? But like Pisces is like, I know, I want to, and so these two, like they know they don't want to let go. Whereas Cancer maybe like weren't always there to start with, although, you know, whatever, take it easy. So like, now the other thing with Pisces is Pisces likes, I've said this, but Pisces is into a champion who's a little down on their luck. They don't want a loser. Pisces don't want losers. If you want to get with a Pisces and they like, and you're a loser, you're gonna have to use a whole bunch of this different game, and you'll get your Pisces because she likes to help people, but you're gonna have to bullshit your Pisces a little bit. But don't worry, man. Don't worry. Pisces is a mutable sign. That means they're changeable right out of their underwear and into your bed. So I wouldn't worry about it. Oh man. All right, next. So that's the deal. That's it from the table here. The top 3 signs that really do fall the deepest in love, they are the water signs. Love, there's different types of love for everybody. Like Libra is a sign of partnerships, obviously. You know, Aries is going to like to ground and pound you. You'll be walking with bruise on your ass for a while. All right, next. Hey, Sunny, how do I get my wing in Scorpio? Okay, well, first up, there are a lot of people who want their wing in Scorpio, but I highly recommend against that. Just warning you, that Scorpio will destroy you. If you have to ask a question of how to get a Scorpio, you are FUCT, my friend. All right, next. Actually, I'll add those to the questions on different ways you can, seduction techniques for different signs. That's a funny question, but like, I'll add it in later on. All right, to other videos. All right, here we go, guys. Here's what you guys want to know. What are the top 3 planetary combinations for love? You guys ready? Okay. So, first up. First up, number 1 for love, I look at the moon. So when I'm doing, and you guys can all see this when I do my compatibility readings live on the channel, right? You just tune in, and I highlight everything. You can see it. The first thing I look for combination for love is the moon, because I'm like, there are different types of love and people are looking for different things in a relationship, but like the moon means the person's probably not going to cheat. The moon means the person is looking at you. The moon means the person wants you. So or that part of you, depending on whatever the moon connects with. So if the moon connects with your ascendant, they just like the way you look. They're obsessed with the way you look. If they're like, it connects with the sun, you warm their, you're warm together. They like you. If it's like connects to their Venus, you like, the moon likes the way they laugh. They like the rapport, the hangout vibe with you guys, whatever sign the Venus is in. If it's in like Aries, they're going to like the competitive nature, right? If it's in Saggy, they're going to like the jokes. If the Venus is in Taurus, they're going to like the way you make money, right? So like, that's the way it is, man. And so, but the moon, like, you cannot not do your moon. So if the moon hooks in, you have to do that. And so there you go. So like, that's the first thing I look for in a relationship, because like, I can make some jokes. I've been divorced twice, and I need someone with a strong moon connection, because I don't need someone to be looking at something else. And so that's the deal, man. That's the deal. All right, whatever. Who gives a shit? Venus, next. The second thing I want to look for is Venus. So moon is the like, I'm like, because we do it. When I'm reading it, the charts, I'll say, hey man, let's flip this and see if this guy is even into you. I know you dig this guy, let's see if the guy's into you. The next thing we want is Venus. Now, Venus doesn't necessarily mean it's like, oh, I love you, right? The moon is kind of like, oh, I love you. I don't know why I love you, but I do. The Venus is like, hey man, that guy's pretty cool. I like hanging out with that guy. So like Venus is ease and rapport. And if you have a nice chill Venus, or your Venus hooks up together, then you could, you guys can hang out together and you can love. You will have a very compatible love language. Do you need a compatible love language? I think you do. I think you do. Or else you'll be asking me for readings. So Moon, I think, is number one. Then Venus is the next one. And then obviously the Sun. Now, the thing is, the Moon will lead to obsession, right? Pluto is kind of a psychic connection, right? But Moon is obsession. Venus is rapport and ease. It's being buddies. It's your ability to be friends in a relationship. And keep, the Moon can make you jealous. Be careful. Scorpio Moon gets jealous, right? Taurus Moon's possessive, a little slow. Be careful. And then the final one is obviously the Sun. And you do want a fine compatibility with the Sun from something around there. Because the Sun is like where it's your thing, right? So like, if you're not into that thing, then like, what's the deal? So like, the Sun is like a tribe kind of thing. So you're like cruising along in life, and like, if you resonate with the Sun, you're gonna go over to that party and check it out. But if you don't resonate with that Sun, you'll be like, oh my God, all those guys are fucking mental. Oh man, they look like they're rocking the ganj. I gotta stay away. I want to get my ass into the fucking somewhere else. And so, okay, so that's the deal if your suns aren't compatible, which is okay. Because maybe you should go to that party and check it out. But now here's the deal. If you're doing the Sun, you're walking by and you go, oh man, my Sun's not really compatible with that kind of thing. But one of these other little things hook in. You're walking by and you're like, oh man, that chick is like, she looked like not dangerous enough for Sun. She looks like there's a problem going on here. And then, but if something else, but she catches your eye, right? You're like, wow, and she catches, and you're like, what's the action here? You drop down, you're probably going to have some kind of Venus or Moon connection. And if she walks up to you out of the blue, it's probably a Mars connection happening, or definitely a Venus. If she walks up to you out of the blue, your Venus has just attracted her. And so that's the deal. So when the Sun squares something, it doesn't mean you guys can't get along. Actually, the Sun has a tremendous amount of sexual attraction to it. Sun signs that square each other, like Sun signs like a Pisces Sagittarius. That's the big one on the channel, Pisces Sagittarius. It's like there's a tremendous amount of sexual attraction, or like Scorpio Leo, or Leo energy, or Scorpio Aquarius. There's a lot of sexual attraction there, but those fall into the Sun walking past, and you're like, man, I'm really pretty, happy-go-lucky. Look at me. I'm all dressed up and super hot, good-looking Leo, bright. Everybody's looking at Leo's walking down. Leo might not want to go to that Scorpio party. They got what the fuck? Aquarius is, but they go like, oh, Scorpio party losers, right? So they're not gonna go. But like, if you're walking by, other stuff's gonna hook in. Taurus is going to the Scorpio party for damn sure. But like the other guys might not. All right, guys, that's the action. So that's it. So top 3 planetary. This video is a little longer, so let's just drag it on a little bit. Whatever. So that's the deal, man. Top 3 planetary combinations for love. Moon. I like the Moon. I like the Venus. And I like the Sun. If they're square, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work. There's tension. Yeah, but the tension, some really beautiful things, I believe, can come from some of these differences. And that's the action, guys. I hope everybody has a super amazing day. I hope everybody finds whatever they're looking for in their day-to-day whatever. And that's the action. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the best. Have a super amazing day. And I'll see you guys soon.